I'm married now. I love my wife very much. You guys married? Anybody here? No? Just fucking is cool. I ain't mad at you. You guys married? How long you guys been married? 10 years. Awesome, awesome. I gotta ask you a question though. Is she crazy? Hey, if you're scared and I ask you a question you don't want to answer, just blink like a hostage. Don't say shit. Yeah, he blinking his ass off. She crazy as hell. I ain't mad at you because I gotta tell you something. My wife is crazy as hell and I'm completely attracted to crazy. I swear to God, all the women I've ever been with are crazy. If there's no drama in my life, I don't want shit to do with you. It's crazy. I know, I married my mom. My mom was a crazy Latin woman. My grandmother, a crazy Latin woman. All my aunts, crazy Latin women. I got an uncle that was a crazy Latin woman. My Uncle Gloria. I know this shit was wrong until I was like 6 or 7. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Uncle Gloria? My Uncle Gloria was the most flamboyant gay person I ever met in my life, but he was also the most fearless person I ever knew. He wasn't scared of shit. One time there was this big Arnold Schwarzenegger looking dude talking shit to my uncle, and my uncle just stood there like this. When he finished talking, my uncle said, okay. Do you want me to tell you what your problem is? I'm going to tell you what your problem is. Your problem is that I'm more man than you'll ever be and more woman than you'll ever have. That was some gay gangster shit right there. That's always been attracted to crazy women. Look, my favorite story about my wife was the day she hit me with her car. Wait, let me explain. I was at a bar with a friend of mine that he owned, and we were kicking it, and we closed the bar at 2:30 in the morning, and a poker game broke out. I love to play poker. It's one of my favorite things in the world. So I was like, I'll hang out for a couple of hands, play some poker. Before I know it, time got away from me, and the sun came in the window, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go. So I got in my car, I was driving home, I was 2 blocks from the house, parked at a red light, and there was a cop across the street, parked at the same red light, and from behind you could hear, I got hit from the back, and I jumped out thinking, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this dude, and it was her. And when I got to the car, I was like, oh shit, and she jumped out of the car, going, you know what time it is? It's 7:30 in the fucking morning. You were supposed to be home at 2 o'clock. And the cop turned around and was like, whoop, 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 pulled up next to us and goes, hey, are you fucking crazy? Didn't you see me sitting right there? And I go, hey man, don't talk to her like that. That's my wife. He turned the lights off and said, good luck, and drove off. I knew I was gonna marry her the day she tried to stab me with a butcher knife. That was the day I knew she was mine forever. She grabbed that big triangular one out the wooden block in the kitchen, stabbed my Nissan Maxima 4 times before I get out the parking spot, and as I was driving away, I could see her in the rearview mirror going, I'll kill you, son of a bitch! And all I could think is, I'm so gonna marry that hoe right there. We've been together, well, we married 2 years, we've been together 25. It's a Puerto Rican thing. I don't know about you guys. That's all you ask the Latin family. So how long married? 4 years? How are your kids? 42, 37. We have kids now too. I have 3 boys. Austin, 25, 19, and 18, and they're all bigger than me, so I bought a gun. Now for protection outside house, just in case some shit jumps off inside the house. Because one-on-one, I ain't scared of nobody. I'm not gonna lose a fight one-on-one. I will bite your dick not to lose a fight. My Uncle Gloria taught me that move when I was 7. That shit ain't never failed. I love my boys very much. I'm a good dad too. I have one flaw as a father that I wish I could get rid of. I hate to lose. Anybody else? Hey, I'll cheat to win. I don't care what we're playing. If we're playing Monopoly, I want to own everything. If we're playing life, I want to fucking kill you. So when I play board games with my kids, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry! But they know I'm not really sorry. This has transferred to video games. I am a video gamer. Dude, I don't just want to beat your ass. I want to beat your ass and talk shit about you as I whoop your ass. I want to be able to stand over your Mortal Kombat with your spine in my hand, hearing the word fatality. This is the way I play. So if I been against my kids, I beat the shit out of my children. And my wife walk in and go, why you gotta make the baby cry? Why you just can't let the baby win? And I'm sitting there going, fuck that! He gotta come get this! But the first time they win, it's such a magical moment. My son Julian was 13. The first time he beat me at a game called Tekken. And I knew I was about to lose. And I said, no. KO, he jumped up and went, yeah! Who's the bitch now? And all I could do was sit there and go, that's my baby boy right there talking shit to his dad. Just had the coolest moment too with my 19-year-old son. It was an awesome moment, one of those life-changing daddy moments that you can't wait for. He graduated high school last year, and in Indiana, where I live now, I live in Crown Point, Indiana. I came from firefighting Indiana, so I live in Indiana, raising my kids there. If you go to school in Indiana from kindergarten to 12th grade, and you have good grades, and you go to college in Indiana, Indiana offers to pay for a certain percentage of your college, depending on how good your grades were. My son had such good grades, Indiana offered to pay for 85% of his college. And I was like, fuck yes. The day before he left the college, I looked at him and said, Daddy, I don't think college is for me. I love my kids. I would never tell them they were wrong. I want them to learn their way through life. So I said, you know what? I know a lot of people who've never gone to college who have good lives, make good money, and enjoy the shit out of the world. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm your father. I love you. I'm always going to have your back. So if you got a plan, I got you. Let's figure this out. He said, well, Daddy, here's my plan. I'm going to go get a job. I'm going to earn a lot of money. I'm going to save some money. Learn about life. Buy myself a gaming system and become a gamer. And I was like, wow. Okay, it's a plan. I tell you what, you go get a job. I'll help you learn about life. So when I got a job, he came back and said, Daddy, I got a job. I made $20 an hour. I said, good, your rent is now $500 a month. And you got to pay one of your utility bills at the house. He goes, I got to pay rent. Julian doesn't pay rent. I said, Julian is getting his master's degree. Julian got to pay a goddamn thing. You want to know about life. Life is you go to work, you pay bills, and then you fucking die. So now he pays the electric bill at home. Coolest moment in my life is my 19-year-old son walk around and go in the house. Really? Do we need all these lights on? Can somebody turn the light off, please? Life lesson learned. As much as I love my kids, ladies, let me tell you something. I love you for giving us babies. I love you for the fact that you will go through the bullshit you go through for 9 months to give a man a baby. I think it is the most perfect expression of a woman's love. And if I was a woman, I wouldn't do that shit for nobody. That shit look painful as hell. You gotta go to school too. You gotta take those the Saber classes where they teach you how to breathe and shit. Olamas. I was thinking Buick, it was Pontiac. My wife's water broke at 7 o'clock in the morning. I used to work nights. I go home like 6 a.m., watch a little TV, smoke a joint, go to sleep. This is my night. Shut up, this ain't your life. 7 o'clock in the morning, my wife's water breaks. She's going, baby, my water broke. I'm asleep, high as hell, saying stupid shit like, I ain't thirsty. She said, no, baby, my water broke. There's water all over the place. I'm still going, get them out. I would keep fucking with me. Then she got possessed on my ass. She said, no, my water broke. That will wake you the fuck up. So I put her in the car, I drive her to the hospital, I get her to the hospital, put her in a wheelchair, put her in an elevator, take her to the room, let her in the bed, put her legs in these things called stirrups. And the only thing I could think was, man, I wish I had these things at home. And the contraction in her ass, she said, ah! And all I could do was go, breathe, baby, like this. That was all they taught me at the same time. She said, I hate you. And I'm still going, but baby, breathe like this. I never loved you. Mommy, the doctor said you're supposed to breathe like this. It's not your baby. Stop breathing right now, bitch. What? Then the doctor said, Mr. Ortiz, come on over here. You can see the baby's head coming out. My stupid ass said, okay. Here I come. Fellas, I watched as my private little Garden of Eden, my personal piece of paradise on this planet, had just become the black hole of Mahmoud. And it was stretching, and the only thing I could think was, man, I ain't never gonna hit the sides of that thing again. Then the baby pops out, and women will tell you my baby was born beautiful. This is a fucking lie. Babies are born about 4 different colors, covered in all kind of slimy shit, and their heads are pointy from passing through the birth canal. And the first thing the doctor wants to do is hand them to you. I'm straight, dog. Put it over there. I'm good. I'm good. I see the baby. Put it down. Quit playing. You play too much. And marriage is a trip, because as married men, you gotta argue about shit that had no meaning in your life when you were single. Stuff that had no meaning becomes an issue. My ex-wife used to argue with me and say, I can't believe you left the toilet seat up again. And as a man, ladies, all we can do is go, put it down. It ain't that big a deal to us. We don't complain about having to pick the fucking thing up all the time. Plus, I don't see how you keep falling in. That shit happened to me one time. I was like, whoop. Oh, that was some bullshit right there. That shit ain't never gonna happen again. But you get in trouble all kind of petty shit. You left the mayonnaise jar open on top of the table. The refrigerator door is open. Who is that bitch in my bed? Just petty shit. But as a married man, sex changes. It ain't nobody's fault. It becomes average, everyday, ordinary. And one day, every man in here is going to be married, and you're going to be sitting home. And you're going to say to yourself, what can I do to make my wife come home and fuck the shit out of me? Not make love to you or none of that bullshit. Ladies, every once in a while, a man wants his woman to come home, rip her clothes off, and attack him like a rabid nymphomaniac banshee in me. Amen. Alex is going to tell you how to do this. Most guys will say that while she's at work, you run her hot bath, throw in some scented oils, light some candles, throw some rose. These guys are gay. Plus, that shit is expensive. Look. If you want your wife to come home and fuck the shit out of you, do the dishes. If you do laundry correctly, she'll be on top of you talking about, you put Clorox on the what? Mop the floors without being asked, and there may be some head in your future. Oh, that's you doing it wrong. Maybe both. This is my second marriage. In my first marriage, I got married really young. I got married to my high school sweetheart, straight out of basic training at 19 years old. At 19 years old, I did not know a lot of things about women. Like, I didn't know that all women have a different noise they make. When you guys get to that plateau, to that sexual place you need to be. I'm not trying to brag, fellas, but I know that I could get them there. What's so funny about that? Because I know brothers got the saying, once you've had black, you never go back. Puerto Ricans, we got a saying too though. Once you've had some of this Puerto Rican tongue, you don't care how long the black man's hung. But all women have a different noise. I can't wait to hear hers, dog. What's going on? All women have a different noise. I just woke her that as soon as you touched her, she purred like a kitten. As soon as you touched her, she went. I didn't know what to do, so I was like, bad little kitty. I had this one girl that made a noise like a pigeon. Only I ain't shit, because I'd be behind her in the mirror like this. That shit was funny to me. I just could have said, shit! Only she'd be like, shit! 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 That's it? Okay, that's it. And I knew she was there. I just want her to curse, but cursing messes with me because it makes me laugh. And I don't know if you heard my laugh. But my laugh does not belong in any sexual situation ever. Because you're probably having sex and she goes, fuck me! But I just want her to freak me out, y'all. I was with this girl, we were doing the deed. We were doing what Shakespeare called making the beast with two backs. And I got into that point, to that plateau, and she turned into the cowardly lion from the Wizard of Oz. Swear to God, she's like, oh! 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 Right there, right there. And I jumped up like, you all right? Where'd you go? Where'd you go?